This was the president's first news briefing since April, and this one he decided to go solo to update the nation on the pandemic, leaving behind Dr. Anthony Fauci and the COVID-19 task force in the wings. Fauci claims he simply wasn't invited. The president, after downplaying the pandemic for weeks, suggesting it would disappear, well, today he made a major about-face.
Some areas of our country are doing very well, others are doing less well. It will probably, unfortunately, get worse before it gets better.
That ominous warning from the president as 25 states are now showing a spike in new cases. California slowly surpassing New York with a total number of 400,000 people infected. As the numbers rise in other states, they continue to drop in New York and New Jersey. Only 2 deaths reported in the Empire State overnight. Some of that decline being attributed to the mandated quarantine of travelers arriving from hot-button states, 31 of them on the list now, with 10 new ones added by the tri-state governors. Alaska, Delaware, Indiana, Maryland, Missouri, Montana, North Dakota, Nebraska, Virginia, and Washington. President Trump, who has rarely been seen wearing a mask, including last night at a social gathering at a Washington hotel, offered this advice to others.
We're asking everybody that when you are not able to socially distance, wear a mask, get a mask, whether you like the mask or not.
And during his briefing, the president, who thrives on large campaign rallies, encouraged young people to keep their distance.
We are imploring young Americans to avoid packed bars and other crowded indoor gatherings.
The president appeared to be setting a different tone from previous gatherings with reporters, as his presumptive Democratic challenger was suggesting he's simply out of touch.
This man simply doesn't understand. He can't deal with our economic crisis without serving and saving and solving the public health crisis. For all his bluster about his expertise on the economy, he's unable to explain how it will actually help working families hit the hardest. You know, he's quit on you, and he's quit on this country.
The president did end his briefing on one positive note.
The vaccines are coming, and they're coming a lot sooner than anyone thought possible.
President Trump said at least half a dozen vaccine candidates are now in the final stages of clinical trials. And he said once one is approved, he will use the military to distribute them as quickly as possible. Reporting from home, I'm Marvin Scott, Pix 11 News.